guys, welcome back to Life as Lloydie. It is Lloydie here. Hi. Okay, so today you guys already know by the title of the video that I'm making a video on how I moved from Namibia to London and when I moved and that whole transition and that whole shebang. So today quarantine has made me into like a little chef, so I'm learning to make different things. So today I made pesto pasta with sweet chili salmon and kale and avocado on this side. Yes, I'm probably gonna insert a video like below showing like what I made, but I'm not really like a chef. It's my first time trying it. I watched a guy on YouTube on how to make it, so please don't like think I'm some chef and I'm making some cooking video. It's not that. I was simply bored, so I thought let me try something new, and this is what I really like, so I thought let me make it. So I'm going to be eating the pesto pasta in the video while I'm explaining to you guys how I moved from Namibia to London. Let me try it. Let me try my own. Let me show you guys. So you've got the pesto pasta, you've got like the sweet chili salmon, and here you've got, I don't know, you can see because of the light. Oh, you can't see it. Oh yeah, you got avocado and kale kind of mixed together because I'm obsessed with kale and I'm obsessed with avocado. So we're gonna be eating and talking at the same time. Don't eat and talk at the same time, people. Don't do it, but for the sake of the video I'm gonna do it. Let me judge my food myself. Let me see if it was good, because I love pesto pasta, so I'd know if it was good or not. I did pretty well. This tastes pretty good. This tastes really good. I really like this. I think I'll give it like, I think I need more black pepper. So I think I'll give it like a 7 out of 10 for my first try. Definitely. Let me try the salmon. It's a pretty decent meal. Okay, so let's start the video. Okay. So, I moved from Namibia to London when I was 12 years old. So for the first 12 years of my life, I lived in Namibia. Loved it. Anybody that knows me will know that all I ever speak about is Namibia. Like, Namibia is my everything. I think I'll just bump up pictures everywhere right now of Namibia. And because I need you guys to understand that that is home, that is everything for me, that I love Namibia. So when I was 12, my mom lived in London, by the way, so I lived in Namibia with my grandma and the rest of my family and my sister, and then my mom lived in London. That was the story, right? This Parmesan cheese is really strong though. Yeah, so I lived with my grandma in Namibia. My mom lived in London. When I was 12, she decided that she wanted me and my sister to move to London and live with her. So I thought, okay, this is gonna be another holiday. Nobody told me that we're moving to London forever, by the way. Because first of all, if they had told me that I was moving to London forever, there's no way in hell they'd have got me onto that plane, because I love my grandma, I love Namibia. So if they told me that I'm coming here forever, it would have been like a big no-no. So they told us that, okay, we're coming on holiday, and then it's cool. So we're packing all our stuff, and we're getting ready to go, everyone's getting ready to leave for London. And as we're going to the airport, and my grandma's like all crying, and I'm like, it's not that big of a deal, like I go for like 3-4 weeks all the time, I'm gonna be back soon. But yeah, actually now thinking back, I should have really realized that something was off, because we were packing a lot of things and everyone was acting like all sad, and I was just kind of like, I should have really clocked on, but I didn't clock on. I just realized that, okay, we're going on holiday again, but I don't know what's what. Guys, this food is amazing. Fast forward now, come to London, and my mom's like, oh, we'll be looking for schools for you. And I was like, schools for me? Why? Like, school for what? And she's like, oh yeah, you and Gui. My sister's name is Jennifer, by the way, but I call her Gui. So please, it's a long story, but it's like her house name, so we call her Gui. She's like, oh, you and Glee will be staying here now. And I was like, staying where now? And she's like, oh, you guys will be staying in London. You'll be living in London. Do you like that idea? And I was like, no, I don't want to stay in London. I want to go back home. I don't want anything to do with London. Like, I hated it. I was miserable. Like, I acted like the biggest brat of life. People think, yeah, right now people think I'm like very spoiled and I just get what I want and I like do whatever I want to do. Then when I found out that we're staying in London forever, I acted like the biggest brat of life. Like, I swear you would have hated me. Like, I wouldn't talk to anybody, nobody could talk to me, nobody could say anything to me. Like, it was just like I'm like this moody 12-year-old that just lives in her own world. Like, nobody could like even, it was it's so funny because people say that about me now. I'm like, oh, I'm very to myself. I'm just like, you guys don't even know the half of it. Like, my mom, I rate her now because back then I was like, who are you? Like, I'm not staying here kind of attitude. And then because of that, naturally, it's really weird because naturally, like, you think a parent would be like shouting at you or telling you off or whatever, but naturally she was, because she wanted me to like adapt to her and adapt to her as like my mother, like living with her. So she was very like, everything I wanted, she gave it to me. Like, I never like, whether it was food, whether it was money, whether it was to go out, whether it's a new laptop, whether whatever, she always got it for me. Like, every my birthdays, I always had birthday parties. She always tried her best to make sure that I was comfortable living in London, because I think she knew from the get-go that this girl is not having it. So from the beginning, she was very much like, everything I wanted, like boom, 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 she'd always give it to me. And then living in London was like so different to living in Namibia. In Namibia, everything is so chilled. Everybody is so like chilled. It's like, it's a vibe. It's like everyone's always out. Like, everyone's so relaxed. And in London, I just feel like everyone's so tense. Like, everybody's moving so fast. People just care about their 9-to-5 job. Like, there's no time to like relax. So yeah, so that the fast pace, I had to get used to the fast pace and fast movement of life in London, because even in Namibia, like, it's more like open. I think that's just Africa in general, to be fair. Like, you can, after school, you go play outside with your friends, like, or you go to your neighbor's house. But in London, like, you come back from school, you go at home, you do your work, or you're really just inside and you go out with friends like every now and then. Like, the lifestyle is very, very different. Like, it was like, I didn't know my neighbors in London, and I couldn't just go play with their kids because it was very, very different. And it was very kind of hard for me to adapt because I was at a grown age in Namibia when I was like 12. So I'd already adapted to that kind of lifestyle. So coming and adapting here, like, the food was different, the people are different, the whole vibe is just different. So it was very hard to adapt. But then when I got like first years of uni and first years of like secondary school was kind of like hard to break into because I didn't really understand the people. The language was so fast. I remember like I could barely speak any English, so it was like and then I had an accent, so it was just like, oh, it was just terrible. But then by like year 9 I made like proper friends, and like year 10, so that's when life really like began. So like in year 11 I'd say is when I really like I broke loose, and I kind of like, I'd say I found myself. And then I didn't say found myself because like the stuff I did, I don't know if that was me doing it. But yeah, so in year 11 I became really comfortable. I had my first boyfriend. I used to go out with my friends all the time. I used to go traveling. Like, I used to love to travel. Like, I went to Turkey, like I went to Spain, like I went here, I went there, like traveling. So I lived the typical British girl lifestyle, the typical teenage girl lifestyle. Like, I'd always be drinking, I'd always be out partying, I'd always be living up with my boyfriend, I'd always be like traveling here. Like, I would just be doing like cute girl lifestyle. And that wasn't that big of a deal. Like, I'm just grown now, I can just do my own thing, I just do my baby girl lifestyle. I ever remember, I'm gonna incorporate a story into the story. I remember this one time. This time, I think this kind of put me off parties. Like, after this, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm done with this like lifestyle of always like going to parties and stuff. So my friend really liked this guy, right? She met this guy and she really liked him. And she was like, we used to live in Woolwich sides. So and the guy she met used to live in like Tottenham. So she was like, oh, let's go to this party that this guy's having. And I was like, sure, like I'm up for a good vibe anyway. So let's just go, let's chill, let's whatever. So we got ready that day. I remember this day so clearly. Like this day I can never forget. We were at my house, we were getting ready, getting like pre-drinks, getting all dolled up, like putting makeup, whatever, like getting ready. And we got in a cab at around 11. Guys, I remember this day exactly because I'll never forget it. Around 11 we got into the cab, we got to the party quite late. So from Woolwich we got into the cab to Tottenham. We met the guys there, the guys she liked, all the guys were there. We were just chilling, it was cool, it was whatever. And then the party was like a typical, like, you know, like you go to a rave. Unless you're like from Britain, I don't think you'd know what I'm talking about. In Namibia, it's like a strat party. Like, it's just a rave. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just a rave. It's like, yeah, a rave. So there was a lot of people, there was a lot of noise, and then because like we were drinking and like having a good vibe, we didn't really notice that tension started building up in the room. But I noticed tension, I noticed a little bit. I noticed there were these two guys that walked in. Like, you know, everybody's there, it's supposed to be cool, it's cool, whatever, but they looked like they weren't supposed to be there. Like, you know, there can be a lot of people in a room, but you can tell if someone walks into a room and they weren't supposed to be there, or they weren't invited or whatever. So they walked in, and then party still went on, whatever, it was all cool. And to notice now, there's a gunshot that went off in the party. The gunshot went off. Everybody started running. So your natural instinct is to run. You hear a gunshot, the first thing you want to do is run. Everybody was running, we were running, and then I remember as I ran out, I was bearing in mind I was wearing high heels. So as I ran out, my heel like kind of chipped into like the bricks, like how the pavement was set up. It was just like it was, I don't have to explain it, but yeah, I think I put a picture of like what the pavement looked like. But yeah, my heel chipped and then I fell face forward. As I fell face forward, my front teeth came out. But guys, you know when like there's a rush, you don't notice things. It didn't feel like it chipped, like half my tooth chipped, but I didn't notice. Everybody was running, it was a rush to move around, everybody was moving so fast. I didn't notice. And then we're going to the cab. I met my friends at the bottom of the road. We're going to the cab, like we just went home and we're like, no, we're going home, like we're not about it. So in the cab, because I was like, two other girls followed us. I was so like, I can't believe what happened. I was sitting at the front, by the way. I was like, I can't believe what happened. I didn't really look back. I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe this just happened. Everyone was just kind of like, and like breathing slowly. So I got, because I was still a bit drunk, got home, took off my heels, whatever, went back straight to bed. I woke up in the morning now, and you know, like when I speak, like my tongue touches my teeth when I speak. I think that's for everybody, but yeah, my tongue, and I can really feel it. I can really feel my tongue on my front teeth. I was going to brush my teeth in the morning, and I look in the mirror, and half my tooth's gone. Half my tooth is missing. Guys, imagine waking up and half your tooth is missing. I was just like, what the hell happened? I remember I was crying. I was like to my mom, I'm not going to school. Like for that whole week or two, I didn't go to school. She booked me a dentist appointment for me to get my fillings, and then I was just like, I'm not going to any more ratchet parties. That's when I really got into the scene of clubbing. I don't know if that's worse, but I said I'm not going to any more hood parties. I'm just going to be going clubbing from now on. That's it, guys. So I prefer Namibia over London. That's the moral of the video. Thank you for watching this video. My food was amazing. I had the best time. I'm gonna copy this video. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you watch the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know why Mimi's face is just chilling in my video.
Hi YouTubers. So I'm so cute. Can we just take a minute?
Anyway, that's it, guys.